So I attempted to walk 30,000 steps every single day for a month. I missed a few days because I got sick, but I mostly did it. In my previous video, I documented every single day of the journey. It's a pretty good time. I'd check it out. I'm not going to because I've already seen it many, many times, backwards and forwards. Okay, maybe not backwards because that would be all like, but you get what I'm saying. The comments of that video had a lot of people unsatisfied with my summary of the results, which I didn't really give. So I've decided to make this video about my results, whether or not I'm glad I did it, where I'm at now, and responding to some of your other comments. Like this one from the CEO of Walking, who walked all the way around Iceland. Congratulations, Mr. CEO. Can I get you a coffee? Perhaps call you a limo? Nope, you're gonna walk. So let's get started, after the intro, of course. And I would walk 30,000 steps, and I would walk them every day, just to be the man who walked 30,000 steps and failed at a good summary. Okay, first of all, the incredibly surprising results. What made them so surprising was that they were very meh. I'm surprised at how meh they were because I was expecting more. I wasn't surprised at how meth they were because they weren't meth at all, and that's good. Someone asked if there was an increase in energy. Not really. During the challenge, the energy was up and down. After the challenge, I felt kind of the same. If you're going to attempt a big walking challenge, this greatly depends on what you're bringing to the table. How active are you already? Also, don't walk on a table. My feet and my legs probably became more resilient because at first I was getting blisters and there was a little bit of foot and leg pain. That went away. Well, that's just a theory. Hard to say. I tried to ask my muscles. They won't tell me. Hey, muscles, are you bigger and stronger now?
Leave me alone, Dad.
See? Jerks. That's the thing about physical benefits. A lot of them are just in theory. I'm sure it did good things for my digestive system, my cardiovascular system, my perpendicular system. I can't know how much for sure, but like, it was probably good or whatever. That's a challenge in general with healthy behavior. Not all benefits are obvious. I concern myself with eating the proper foods for the optimum amount of health, but I could get hit by a bus tomorrow, and I don't think the way I balance my macronutrients is gonna matter to the pavement. Unless there's a way to eat food that turns my bones into adamantium, but thus far I adacantium. A lot of people want to know if I ultimately lost weight. No! That's surprising. When I did 20,000 steps a day, I lost 15 pounds.
And it has worked better than anything I've ever done. And it's better than running because when I run, I get more ravenously hungry.
Weight is tricky though because I also work out and I gain muscle. And maybe a better way is measuring your waist, which I didn't do because seems like a waste. Doing all those steps made me extra hungry, which probably made me eat more. So it could be either that 20,000 steps is just a good midpoint, being more active and burning more calories, but not so many that I get so hungry. Or doing all those 30,000 steps puts my body in a sort of slow metabolism emergency mode. Or it could be that my body's just at the weight it wants to be at and it just wants to stay there. I don't know. I did think I was gonna lose some weight and I'm surprised I didn't, but I don't care, really. As for the aftermath, since I was done, did I continue walking even more than I did before? No, not really. I reverted pretty much back to the way I was. I even got more lazy there for a few days resting, and now we're back to normal. I will say days felt a lot longer because of all the extra time due to the not walking. But now days feel kind of the same. The whole thing feels kind of inconsequential, which is surprising. But I'm still glad I did it. Here's why. Part of the video about the reasons that I'm glad. So glad that I walked 30,000 steps every day for a month. One, it was a great exercise in willpower. If your name is Will, thank you for letting me exercise in your power. All of these month-long challenges, and particularly this one, really requires some mental resilience, some let's do itness. Those times when I really don't want to do something, but I somehow just do it anyway. That's a good practice. Maybe not as good as The Practice, David E. Kelly classic. That takes me back to the days when you just watched legal shows even though you didn't care about legal shows because it was the only thing on because we didn't have YouTube. Plus, Dylan McDermott's Baby Blues. Look at that ocular ocean. Did I just see a dolphin in there? Another reason I'm glad I did it, more walking is more walking. I already said that there was probably physical health benefits that I just don't notice, and hopefully all that walking will lead me to be more willing to opt for walking instead of my usual mode of transportation, my jetpack backpack. Au revoir! There's a hatch in the ceiling there, which is how eagles get in here sometimes. It's really annoying. Another reason, it's a good reminder of how much energy walking gives you. I did say before that my energy didn't really improve overall. That's true, but in the moment, there were many times where I was just like, I'm tired, I don't want to do anything. The act of walking gets the heart rate going, motivates you to do stuff. Oh, hey, Bunny, how are you? Hi. Hi, Bunny.
Yes, yes.
Bunny appreciated it, and I'm probably giving her fewer walks now than I was before. Do you know that word? Walk? the act of getting moving makes you want to get moving, if you know what I mean. Another thing I learned, or at least relearned or re-emphasized in my brain hole, just because I'm feeling low and tired at one point, like in the afternoon or in the morning, it doesn't mean that the whole day is lost. I just need a rest, and I can get a second wind, or a third wind, or a fourth wind. You can see in the video, there were many times where I was like, oh, I'm done forever.
I don't want to do it today. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
And then later in the day, I was fine. I just need to take a break between winds. I need to break wind. Another, and perhaps most important thing I learned, I have a better understanding of the goose threat.
Oh,
That goose literally was barreling towards me. I was terrified. I thought, this is finally it. This is how I go out. I mean, I could probably take a goose. Just gotta practice my neck grabs. Another benefit, I now have a treadmill desk. That video is the reason I bought it, and I still use it, so yay! I think videos are the only reason I do anything. Unpack that later. Another thing, I did a fun live stream while I was walking. Did you see that? It's on my channel. You can go check out the recording of it. First main channel live stream I've done maybe ever. It's about damn time. Looking forward to doing more. I'll probably never do another one. I might. Perhaps the most important thing I learned or reiterated to myself doing this challenge, I have so much time to accomplish things in my day. Walking 30,000 steps takes so long, like 3.5 to 6 hours, depending on how fast and where you're walking. And there were many days I thought it was impossible, but I somehow was able to find the time. So that proves to me something I suspected, which is I pretty much have time to get anything done that I want in a day. Okay, I can't write a novel. I can't do things that take longer than a day. But if I ever tell myself I don't have time for that, that's not usually true. It's I don't want to do that. I am not making that a priority right now. It's also a testament to the power of making a specific goal. If I didn't have the specific goal and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna walk or whatever, I definitely wouldn't have walked as much. So if you have specific measurable goals, you can probably make the time to do them. And finally, it was legitimately fun and relaxing a lot of the time. I got to see my town. I got to take a trip down memory lane in my childhood hometown. Setting a goal and trying to achieve it is fun. I grew up playing a lot of video games, and this is basically like making life into a video game. So every time I hit that 30K mark, it was like getting the Master Sword in Zelda. Not quite as good. Maybe like a heart container. Maybe like the raft in the original game. It felt really awesome. Even though you could only do like 2 things with it, it was awesome. So all in all, I'm glad I did it. 30K is probably not worth it for any tangible reason. 20K might be worth it sometimes. But, you know, most of the time, shoot for 5,000 to 12,000 steps. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I just do stuff and report back my experience. That's the only thing I know how to do. I mean, I can play guitar, too. Now, here's some extra questions from the comments that I need to address. What happened to Nathan Wells? I mentioned Nathan Wells several times in the previous video and how he led me down a bad path as a child.
I didn't go to the library again for like 4 years. Thanks, Nathan Wells. Hit my chin and had to get stitches. Thank you, Nathan Wells. Nathan Wells and I got into a fight. Thank you, Nathan Wells.
Well, he's still my friend, and he is in my Why Do People Like Winter video if you want to see what he's like.
Did he like winter?
I do.
You do?
Yes. It's a lot smaller. I think this is for a child.
This is just like when we were kids. You would make me do something stupid and I would get hurt.
You would get hurt.
Oh my god. Yeah, don't fit at all.
And we're working on a possible other video in the future involving his job. Leave that a mystery for now. Also, I've learned to be very careful around him, so don't worry about that. What kind of shoes did I wear? Initially, I was wearing my old running shoes that I stopped using for running because they were getting old. That may be what led to my initial foot pain, so I switched to my current running shoes. These are Asics Nimbus. Real good running shoes, not a sponsor. If you're looking for good running shoes or 30K walking shoes, I recommend finding a local store that specializes in running shoes. A place where they'll observe you walking on a treadmill and recommend the right shoes for your walking and running style. I go to a place called Movin' Shoes in Madison, Wisconsin. Did I sleep better? Nope. There were a few days I had a great night of sleep. Could have been unrelated. Is your kid named Adolf? When I said Ada, it sounded like Adolf, apparently.
Okay, you just left Adolf at school?
Yeah, her name's Adolf. There you go. I hope that answered every single one of your questions you have about life and the universe and everything. I guess I could have just said 42. I hope you now have the proper conclusion to that video you desire. If you haven't seen that video, I'd recommend watching it because it's pretty good and will make this video make a lot more sense for you. Now that we've talked the talk about walking the walk, it's time to talk a different talk about The sponsor of this video, NordVPN. Thank you, NordVPN. NordVPN is a virtual private network. It gives you a different IP address, telling the internet that you, much like me mentally throughout high school, are in a different place than you are. Why would you want to do that, wheezebags? It will protect your data, block malware, and annoying ads. Unlike this one, which is not annoying. It's fun. See, I'm playing guitar. And it allows you to get location-restricted content. My wife and I watch lots of British TV, as well as Australian TV. Parents of young children out there know what I'm talking about. New seasons of Bluey. But I don't know if you want to take the risk. There's only like a 30-day money-back guarantee. I don't see why you wouldn't. And if you use my URL, nordvpn.com/WheezyWaiter, you get a huge discount and an additional 4 months. 4! That's 1/3 of the year. That's the amount of quarts in a gallon. That's the amount of quads in anything. And guess what? There's a summer special. You get a voucher for up to 20 gigs of data on Saley, Nord's new eSIM data service. What do you do with an eSIM? Well, if you're traveling this summer, you can use an eSIM to lower roaming charges, even when you're not in Rome. And you can pay for the amount of time you need rather than a whole month, and have multiple profiles on the same device. 20 gigs, that's more than most base level cell plans will offer you monthly. So again, nordvpn.com/WheezyWaiter for a huge discount and an additional 4 months, up to 20 gigs from Saley eSIM, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. But you gotta click my link. I am the only YouTuber out there with a special link to a discount on a product, so take advantage of it. Pioneer. And that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a good day and a good life, and I hope you're keeping yourself regular with enough fiber intake. You can support me on Patreon. That's on screen right now. You can subscribe. You can click like. Watch another one of my videos. Put up a bunch of shorts recently. Not the things you wear on your legs, but I do have those as well. If you go to my channel and you click on the shorts tab, you'll see those shorts. Or just, live your life. See ya.